Hello, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I'd like to read you a little piece out of A Course in Miracles. The Bible tells you to become as little children. Little children recognize that they do not understand what they perceive, and so they ask what it means. Do you remember being a little child? I think we don't remember being a little child that well, but we know what it's like being around little children. Like we probably don't remember when we were learning to walk, but we know we've seen other little people trying to walk and we'd be really nice to them about it and really admire them. They keep getting up and keep getting up and we, oh, aren't they cute? And they're doing it and all this stuff. We could try and be that lovely to ourselves. And whenever we're trying something new, instead of going, oh no, failed, oh no, failed again, oh no, failed again, go, oh, look at you trying. Oh, you're so cool. Maybe. This is what I'm gonna do this week is try and be childlike. And when I look back at being childlike, there's a few things. One thing that actually came to mind just before was a study that was done, and there were two things, but I can only remember one of them. They asked a whole lot of 5-year-olds if they could play a musical instrument, and they all said yes, because they'd all tried. They'd picked up a few instruments and made a sound so they could play them. Then they asked the same people when they were 12 years old if they could play a musical instrument, and they all said they couldn't, even though some of them were taking lessons and stuff, but they didn't judge themselves to be good enough at it to say that they did it. And that's only 7 years in between having all the abilities and then having this stupid self, actually that's my judgment, the self-talk that says that I can't do it and I care what other people think and people will see that I'm not perfect at it and all the stuff that you learn when you're between 5 and 12. So yeah, shine like a little kid does. Just, do a thing and everyone thinks it's cute. Or just find yourself cute, maybe. I don't know. I'm working on it. And also just doing what you want. Because, when you're little, and I think adults are pretty happy if you can entertain yourself in this safe way. If you'll just go and noodle around in the backyard for a while or something, then not only is that, approved of, but really good for you too. I mean, I just was up at the community garden noodling around. I was a bit longer than I thought I was going to be because there's heaps of fruit. It's all going, oh, eat me, eat me. So I had a bit of a party while I was there. So yeah, be like a child and think of more ideas than just my little amount of them. But I actually in what and think in my what I came up with for being childlike, I think they were all good things, like, finding yourself cute and keep trying anyway and all that sort of thing. But I don't actually think that that's what the book said. I'll just read that again. The Bible tells you to become as little children. Yep. Little children recognize they do not understand what they perceive, and so they ask what it means. See, I didn't even really touch on that. Little children recognize they do not understand what they perceive. Hmm. Because we think we know everything. Hey, once we get to adulthood, you know that that flower is a flower, it's a pink flower. You just, believe everything that you know. Mm. But then in this part of the Course of Miracles, it's talking about how basically you don't know anything and you've only got your perception. So you think that everything you're seeing is real, but it's all just your perception, which is so hard to believe because we've learned our colors and our shapes and stuff. So how could it just be my perception? They are still, I haven't just accepted that because my perception is going, oh, but this, but this, but this. So they ask what it means. Hmm, I'm not even sure about that bit. Little children recognize they do not understand what they perceive, so they ask what it means. It goes on to say, do not make the mistake of believing that you understand what you perceive, for its meaning is lost to you. I think I've got too childlike to be able to understand, even though I even had group help a couple of hours ago. But I still will be like a child in shining my light, like doing this video, doing any video. It's like, when I was just like playing on my own when I was a kid, I would do like little chats in the mirror. So I'm sort of doing that. But yeah, I'm doing that. Quite childlike. And then go, oh, well, you know, I'm just doing it. I'll put on the show, and if anyone wants to watch it, they can. Also, loving YouTube. Anyone can turn off anytime. But if you kept watching for the whole video, awesome. Be childlike, give it a go. Tell me if you come up with other ways to be childlike. And thank you for being with me. And I'll see you later. Bye.